What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Six Gaming Podcast.
Woohoo!
Filling in for your host, as always, I am not Uncle Sam, but I am roncli. And with me, we have two co-hosts, including Mr. I can't host today because my internet sucks.
My internet always blows, but hopefully Tuesday, the stupid-ass technology out here fixes my shit because I'm tired of bitching over the phone at people. I want to bitch at a live person and have them figure this out, because I'm getting tired of it.
Yep.
Fuck you, Mid-Continent.
Also, we apologize in advance for Showsan because he's on something
Very
today.
doped up on some interesting painkillers. My back is pretty bad.
Yeah. And, of course, our newcomer here. So what do you go by these days?
Yeah, what?
Okay. My screen name for everything is got related to travesty. However, since I started out as Spryer, we'll stay with Spryer.
All right.
Man, all right.
Spryer.
Spryer sounds awesome.
Excellent. And we kind of are doing a off-the-cuff episode today. Showsan decided that since he was on medication that we'd go scriptless,
Well,
which
and
sounds kind of dirty.
I'm scared.
we are doing a fantastic 4th of July episode filled with nothing but
America!
tons of bitching, love of America. Fuck yeah, that's all I gotta say. Let's do this today.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to start off, as we always do.
As always.
Good news, everyone!
Joe, where's your really excited yes?
I don't know.
He
I
doesn't
can't.
have it this week. We're going to start with the news. And our big news item of the week is, of course, the interview with Cory Stockton. It was through a group called Mamytwink. They're a French fan site, and they had the opportunity to talk with Cory Stockton about a lot of the rumors that were going around. Sadly, it
Which
seems
is
like
rare,
he's,
by the way.
sadly, it seems like he's kind of confirmed them.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go over the highlights really quick before we get into.
Well, hold on.
Let me go ahead and talk about what this interview covered.
Before you do this, what we're going to do right here, this is going to be a huge chunk of the show because, quite frankly, this interests a lot of us. And right now, all three of us, in fact, all of our hosts, we all have a very strong opinion about this interview, one way or another. Sadly, not all of us could make it. So,
yeah, and Six Gaming was born out of World of Warcraft. We all have strong ties to the game. We all feel passionate about the game. We've been playing this game. Some people have been playing it for at least 10 years.
Vanilla, man. Yeah.
Right? So, just going over here. Now, here's the high-level content of what's in content.
Yeah, don't use that word. Don't you dare.
What's in this patch? First of all, one of the main things that they ask is this going to be the last raid of the expansion? That got pretty much a resounding yes. To quote him here, is Hellfire Citadel the last raid of the expansion? He says, it's currently planned, and that's the way we look at it, the wrap-up. It's hard to beat someone like Archimon for a boss, as players know. He's a pretty amazing guy to fight. It's clear people who have played the storyline. They saw Tanan Jungle at the start of their experience, and now they're wrapping it around to do it again. So basically what he's saying is that it's come around full circle. We're back in Tanan Jungle. We're fighting this big baddie from the Burning Legion, and that's going to be the end of the expansion. When talking about patch 6.2 as being the last patch, he says, quote, in regards to future content patches, we've announced we're doing a 6.2.x patch that has flying in Draenor, the Pathfinder achievement, and that will offer flying to people. That's our next announced specific patch that we will be doing, introducing flying and a bunch of fixes to ensure that flying works correctly in Draenor for everyone. Makes sense. Okay. Outside of that, I don't have any specific info that I can give you on future patches. What we would do between now and what our next thing is. Part of that comes down to how patch 6.2 plays out on servers. We watch things closely, check and see how far players are along, how are they doing on raids, reputations, and we'll get a feel with how long the content will last. We're pretty reactive to that stuff. We're doing everything we can to make that gap smaller. What he's referring to here, of course, is that big 13-month gap that happened between 5.4 and 6.0.
Yep.
Huh?
He doesn't confirm or deny that there's going to be a 6.3.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, it's pretty easy to read between the lines here and say we're not going to see a 6.3.
So here's my thing, though. I have to wonder, of course, when I was reading through this, are they similar to what they did in King, where they just kind of said, hey, here's some dragon bosses, go do this for a little bit, since, you know.
Yeah.
Sadly, Spurs got to go real quick. I guess there's something going on outside. Anyway.
I'll be right back.
Yep.
But yeah, so that's kind of my take. Like, would they just throw in some of this cheap, you know, little tactics, I guess, to keep people going? And we don't know. I mean,
yeah, and they did not do that for Siege of Orgrimmar,
right?
Which was very disappointing. That really hurt. I remember the end of. It did seem like what patch would that have been? 3.4?
Something like that. Yeah.
I have a handy reference here. Actually, no, it was just 3.3. So, yeah, the Icecrown Citadel patch did go on for quite a while. 3.3.5 was a stopgap to give something to the players to fill in as content before the Cataclysm.
Right.
It fit in with the storyline, and generally, I mean, the raid itself wasn't anything to write home about.
No.
But it was content. It was something new to do.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it did take us, a couple months to really get it down?
Yeah, I mean,
to farm and...
I mean, we really didn't focus on them because we were still focusing on Icecrown at the time.
Right.
We didn't have Icecrown down yet. Our guild lagged a bit behind in terms of progression, but eventually we did get it. So
yeah,
So that's what they're saying about that. Another thing I wanted to bring up about this, the question was posed for the future: are you planning on 2 raid patches for an expansion? Now, before I go into the answer here, Warlords of Draenor was, as far as players go, the most expensive expansion. We paid $10 more than any other expansion in the past.
Yep.
To play this game. We got great content from 91 to 99.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I don't think anyone can argue that the Nagrand, spoiler alert, the Nagrand quest line that culminated in Thrall vs. Garrosh, that was awesome.
That was a lot of fun.
That was the best way they could have bumped off Garrosh.
Yeah, I agree.
I really think that they did a good job with the leveling content, and they did really well.
Yeah.
So,
and honestly, so in preparation for the flying too, I did spend a large chunk of my time going back, getting all the quests, how to get lore master. You got to do all this stuff for flying on top of some of the stuff that you're going to have to do on top. Mm-hmm. So it was a lot of fun, going through that story. I think it was a fantastic experience.
Yep. So he says, good question. We've gone back and forth. Sometimes we've had 4 patches. Sometimes we've had 3. Yep. Here we're looking at 2 big patches with 6.1 and 6.2.
Yeah.
Okay, so what part of 6.1 was big?
Yeah, there wasn't, and that was one of my biggest problems right now with this game. Like you said, we paid all money for this stupid-ass game who gave us not even a content patch in 6.1.
Oh, I can do selfies. What are you talking about? Jesus Christ.
Exactly. No, that's exactly it. I mean, I'm sorry, but as Blizzard, you guys would have to realize that you don't have just, probably 12 to, 18-year-olds. That's not your demographic anymore.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're all old as crap.
Right. WoW has...
Hey.
Not even WoW. Let's go way back for Blizzard. Let's talk about Diablo and all these people who came into World of Warcraft because of their other games. A lot of us are an older generation, as well as some of these kids. Yeah. And to be honest, we don't give a fuck about selfies. If I want to take a screenshot, there was already a way to do that. Mm-hmm. Control Z, print screen.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's all.
I mean, come on.
We don't need to be making silly faces or have the image of Archmage, what's his face, pop in behind us. You know.
I was.
I mean, granted, that's amusing that they took the time to do that, but you can't come back and say that that's a big patch.
Well, they did give you the photo bomb too, where you could.
That's why I tell you.
That's
exactly what's
screw that.
So one of the things that I did the day that I read about this is I put together a matrix about basically the content that we've gotten.
And you would, by the way.
Yes.
A coder by profession, you had to do a matrix of...
Absolutely. So, and this is actually a blog post on my website, which I've linked to at facebook.com/6gaminggg.
Nice plug.
The links there. I got to do it every week.
Frat boys drink, yeah.
Absolutely. Have a scotch.
Right.
All right. So first of all, I wanted to go over the major patches that were presented post-launch.
Right.
Necessarily content patches. Just that second number, 1.x or 2.x, whatever that x is. So Vanilla had 11.
Yeah, that was
1.1 was actually the first World of Warcraft patch. It wasn't 1.0, it was 1.1.
But you have to remember, back in the vanilla days, they were still trying to figure out how they wanted this game to grow and evolve.
Correct. So with that,
kind of
it was jacked up too in that stage. I'm sorry, there was a lot of stuff that was just like. Meh.
It was crazy. So, you can have 11, and I kind of dismiss that because to me that was, I guess you could say, growing pain.
Correct, but let me tell you what these 11 patches were.
Right.
1.2. Now, if you remember Maraudon back before they split it up into wings, that place was ginormous. There was what?
Monster.
How many bosses were in that place?
I don't know. It took about 4 hours, if I remember right, though.
It took forever to clear that place. Back in the day, anyway. Now it's a lot faster because they've sectioned it down. It's a lot easier to get through.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a pretty big patch. Yeah. The next one, Dire Maul, which you could count that as 3 instances, really.
Dude, but Dire Maul was a lot of fun.
It was. That was pretty cool.
I had a lot of fun in there.
1.4 was the PvP Honor System patch. This was the first time that Honor was introduced into World of Warcraft, largely a PvP patch. Still more content than 6.1, if you ask me.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I'm going to agree.
1.5 introduced Altaric Valley and Warsong Gulch.
That's good.
1.6 was the raid Blackwing Lair. Now keep in mind it launched with Molten Core and what else? What was the other one it launched with? I want to say Blackrock Spire. Upper Blackrock.
That was a dungeon. Oh, Ubers?
Yeah.
Blackhawk was a little different.
I think it was.
I don't think that was really considered a raid back in the day.
Well, it was a raid because it took you freaking 2 days to clear. So.
Well, yeah, I mean...
That's a good point. I lost count, but the next one is Zul'Gurub.
Yeah, ZG was a lot of fun.
ZG, the raid itself, I mean, and of course the one, what was it? The disease that got spread around all over the place and started killing everyone.
Oh...
That's when World of Warcraft really hit the news for the first time, was when that happened.
Yeah, no, it really was.
And also, this was around the time when the Leroy Jenkins video came out, so that's when World of Warcraft really started getting some serious traction.
Yep.
The next patch was Silithus.
And Silithus I never beat as current content, by the way. Yeah, that was a big one.
Me either. I didn't hit 60 before Burning Crusade, so I really didn't do it as current content. But, I mean, I from what I understand, and there was a lot to do in Silithus. There was a lot of reputation grinds, a lot of things related to AQ, which, by the way, the next patch was on Courage, AQ.
Yep.
20 and 40 were both released. And there's a World PvP for the first time.
Yep.
That was pretty cool. Actually, I think Plaguelands had PvP before.
Well, they did a server split right around that time, too, if I remember right. A big one.
So, going on to 1.10 was the tier 0.5 dungeons. No, not the dungeons, but I mean, just releasing the 0.5 set.
Right.
Not a really big patch.
No.
Their standards up to that point, but still pretty decent. 1.11 was Naxxramas, and 1.12 was Cross Realm Battlegrounds.
And that was pretty cool when it first came out. That had me pretty pumped.
I imagine that was pretty cool, but that's not a lot of content. I wouldn't say
No.
1.12 is a major content patch.
No, but it took a lot of programming, so I mean...
Yeah.
Well, yeah, in their eyes.
With that said, 6.1 took a lot of programming.
Very true.
So that was vanilla. Burning Crusade had 4 patches, of course. Black Temple, probably the worst patch up until 6.1, the voice chat patch.
Oh yeah, that was crap.
Yeah,
Voice chat was terrible.
I don't know anybody who used it really.
We tried, and it
Yeah,
sucked.
so did we.
Yeah.
I think we hold on. Let me see if we still got the server.
The
Do you
best, the best 10-man
Yeah,
raid they've
check.
ever put out, in my opinion, is Zoloman.
Really? I wasn't a huge fan.
I loved Karazhan.
No.
I love Zoloman even more. Both of those were good.
Yeah.
I really like ZA. And then the Sunwell patch to pretty much end Burning Crusade.
Sunwell was fun. I enjoyed that area.
I think Sunwell, if I remember right, was designed as kind of a filler, kind of like it was with
It seemed like
Apache.
it.
If I remember right, it was designed as a filler because we blew through Black Temple and they're like,
Exactly.
Holy
Holy crap!
what now?
They already killed the end boss in 2.1. What do we do? Let's throw Kill Jaden at him. You know, that's and they admitted to it much later. But the point here being, they did something.
Right,
Yeah.
they really did. I mean, it was an honest attempt.
Content, and not only did they release Sunwell, that was Isle of Keldanas as well.
Yeah.
Which was a big deal at the time. That got a lot of raiding guilds up in arms because of how easy it was to get gear.
Yeah, yeah.
In fact, the premise of 6 minutes to release was, built on arguments for that. Really.
Right. Yeah.
Because they thought that this gear would allow you to get through the content, basically skip content. But as a guild, we didn't want to skip the content. So if you didn't want to skip the content, you'd join 6.
Right.
Anyway.
And it worked. The guild grew.
I thought it worked. Wrath of the Lich King only had 3 major patches, but they were major patches.
Yeah, they really were. They really built up that story. They did it really well.
Crusaders Coliseum, Ice Crown Citadel. I mean, holy crap. And Ice Crown Citadel had 3 5-mans in it. Oldwar? Yeah, Oldwar was that was the first one. Oldwar, Crusaders, and Ice Crown.
3-1? 3-1. That was 3-1.
And they also released... what did they release as 5-mans in that were previously 5-mans?
TOC? Was it TOC or something like that?
Yeah, it was Tournament of the Crusader was one of them, because that was a wing built onto the raid.
Yeah.
And then there was one other 5-man they added in.
Which one
in
was
addition
that?
to the 3, I don't remember.
I don't think they did. For that patch, they didn't. But they did add 3 dungeons in...
The last one, yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
And I don't remember... Here, I'm in game, so hold on. I'll tell you what they are.
But
Wasn't it Oculus or whatever?
No, hold on.
No,
I will tell you.
Alright,
They
anyway.
are... Let's see. Halls of Reflection. That was one of them. The Forge of Souls.
Well, those were part of the Lich.
Yeah,
those
they
were
were
part of 3.3.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and for 3.2, 2. There wasn't any. It was just the Trial of the Champion.
Yeah, 3.2 was just 3.2 had a 5-man.
Yeah,
Which would have been Tournament of the Crusader or whatever.
TOC was the raid, and Trial of the Champion is the dungeon.
That was the 5-man.
Okay.
So there was a 5-man there. And I want to say there was one other 5-man, but I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, it's been a while.
No, I'm looking at the list right now. It's just the one. For 6.2 anyway. Or 3.2. Gosh, dang it.
That's alright.
I'm actually going to look this up because I think it's important. Get this wrong.
I'm looking.
You guys are killing me here. But, okay, so here's my take, right? All the way up to that point, I felt that WoW was just kind of, hey, let's go in, let's go play and do this. But at least for me, once they started with the build up, right? Starting at 3.0, that was probably the biggest moment in the game for me. Like, I was immersed in the story. I had to take my time leveling because I wanted to read everything and really be a part of that content. So for me, that's when that game really came alive. I mean, granted, trying to get a 40-man together for Nixia was interesting, You know, you try to organize 40 freaking people, but
Organized chaos.
it was, dude. It was terrible. But yeah, Lich King was like my mecca, so to speak.
I'll have to go back to this because I'm pretty certain there was a fifth 5-man that was
we'll
released
go back.
somewhere in there, but not worried about for now. Anyway, going to Cataclysm, we had 4.1, which was the troll patch.
Yeah,
Solomon's Volgarab 5-mans.
underwhelming for me.
I don't know. I remember a lot of people were really happy to be able to run Zul'Gurub as a 5-man. That was a big deal.
Because it was a nostalgia trip.
Yeah.
I really believe that's all that was for so many people. It was a nostalgia thing. And then that kind of
But it was
off.
enough filler that it worked. And then we got Firelands 4.2. And then we got Dragon Soul in 4.3.
Yep. Now, Firelands for me was a lot of fun. I remember enjoying that. But Dragon Soul, I
stopped reading that.
The Spine of Deathwing, like, to me, that was a terrible encounter mechanic, or a boss mechanic. I didn't understand it. Like, I mean, yeah, I got what you want us to do, but I don't understand how that fit in anything. Did I really just jump off an airship onto a dragon? Come on.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at my snack.
It was kind of a little. It had that whole. The story itself, I mean, it's desperation. I mean, the guy's going to destroy the world. You have to do anything you can to stop him.
That's
the way it played out was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Look, dragon airship.
Like, cinematically, it was cool. For me, it wasn't World of Warcraft. It didn't make sense to me.
Mists of Pandaria had 4 patches.
Now, okay, a lot of people talk shit about MOP, and here's the thing. I gotta defend it, because let's be honest, besides the fact that, okay, we have pandas as a race, it's the other issue, the story and everything was pretty cool. It was an immersive environment.
I agree.
I really enjoyed it.
I really thought that Mists of Pandaria was going to be the downfall of World of Warcraft. It was the exact opposite. It was,
a lot of people did.
It was so good.
I like it.
Except for the 13-month gap at the end.
Well,
Right.
That's like one of the few things that they did wrong, that expansion. So, going over the patches, do you guys know what 5.1 was?
5.1 for...
that was the bosses, right? The world bosses?
No.
Brawlers Guild was the main content of 5.1.
Okay.
Never did it.
Yes. 5.2, of course, was the Throne of Thunder and the Isle of Thunder. 5.3 is another one I bet you don't know.
No, not off top.
Deepwind Gorge, PvP zone.
Really?
Yes.
I never did it, so I'm not a
Siege
PvP.
Rogrimmar was 5.4.
Okay.
That actually sounds...
Lion's Landing was 5.1, right? That's right. That's true. Yeah, Lion's Landing 5.1, the southern part of the island.
Oh, yeah, when it expanded out, I forgot about that.
I don't, for me, Isle of Thunder was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that one. That was pretty cool to do. But
yeah, it was okay. It wasn't like it wasn't like
it did become a grind. I'm not gonna lie. That it did become a grind.
But it wasn't as bad as the grinds are today.
Oh no.
No. So Warlords of Draenor, of course, we have 2 patches. All we're gonna get is what we're being told.
So
6.1, Twitter and selfie. That's it.
Yeah. So
I mean, in fact, 6.1 was so dry on content. Do you know what the name of the patch was?
No, I didn't.
Look at me.
The Adventure Continues.
Wow.
Seriously?
Wow, that was inventive, Blizzard. You get a golf clap. Congratulations. You fail.
Give him more than I would.
I mean,
Give him a taser in the face.
And then 6.2 was Hellfire Citadel.
Right.
Of course, the Fury of Hellfire, Tanan Jungle. They released, let's be honest, they released a lot of crap with 6.2.
Well, they did.
I don't mean crap in a bad way. I mean, there's a lot
of stuff. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out, where everything's at and try to get caught up in there. I'm not going to lie.
Content at launch. Vanilla had 2 raids and 16 dungeons. Burning Crusade had 6 raids. Do you believe that? Burning Crusade had 6 raids at launch.
Oh, yeah.
But they did.
For an expansion, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And most of us never got past Karazhan, so,
True.
Wrath of the Lich King had 4 raids if you count Vault of Archivon, which I do, and 11 dungeons.
Okay.
Cataclysm, 4 raids if you count the whatever
the new dragons
equivalent was, and 9 dungeons. Mists of Pandaria only launched with 3 raids.
Yeah,
It was the
but
first time it didn't have.
They were pretty long though.
they were well spaced out.
Yeah, they were well spaced out. They, you had to. Did you have to finish one to get into the other at first?
Yeah, at first you
Yeah.
did.
It was
And
stated
a
like that.
lot of the very early fights in each raid were very much gear checks. You know
Yep.
what I mean? You
And then
had to
night
clear
dungeons.
the previous stuff. You had no choice.
Warlords of Draenor at launch had one raid.
Yep.
You could argue that Black Rock Foundry was intentionally delayed
Yeah,
so that
so like
so that there'd be a
6.1
space between. So no, it wasn't even 6.1.
It was just prior.
It was they
It was 6.1 to me.
World of Warcraft Blizzard considers that as part of the launch.
I know, but I think that's garbage. They released it around the same time as 6.1.
And
Yeah,
they were
and
lazy.
if you want to be technical, Warlords of Draenor had no raids at launch.
Well, that's true. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
They didn't even
Yeah,
let you
it
go
took
in until
Yeah, it was a month, right?
like 3 weeks on or something like that. Because
Yeah.
it
Let me
released
think. It
before
was
Thanksgiving,
right Thanksgiving.
and
yeah.
they let you go in after.
Yeah.
It was like a 2-week gap. You're right.
But we'll give them benefit of the doubt. People are leveling. I actually enjoyed the fact that I could get some other things done before I had to worry about raiding all the time.
Mm.
I didn't mind that. But let's be honest, there's only one raid at launch. No,
Yeah.
no matter what they said, which is less than vanilla launched with,
Very true. Very, very sadly true.
and 8 dungeons, which is also the least of any expansion or vanilla.
But we got updated facial expressions and body mechanics and running animations and blah blah.
Right.
Blah.
Vanilla. Now we talked about the content at launch. There's also, you got to consider the content that was patched into the game. Vanilla had 5 raids and 4 dungeons added.
Yeah.
And I'm not even counting Dire Maul as 3 on that.
That's fair. I mean,
Burning Crusade only added 2 raids and only 1 dungeon.
okay.
Yeah,
So,
but they had
that is
plenty of
pretty
raids
light.
to begin with.
It did. It had a ton of raids, but it only added Black Temple, Sunwell, and Magister's Terrace, and that's it.
all right. So let's boil this down, though. All of this shit that we're talking about.
I'm almost done here.
Okay.
Wrath of the Lich King, I'm showing 5 raids and 5 dungeons, but that might be 4 dungeons. I might be talking out of my ass there.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Cataclysm, just 2 raids, 3 dungeons. Mists of Pandaria, 2 raids and no dungeons, which matches Warlords of Draenor, where they added 2 raids and no dungeons.
Now, doesn't that almost seem like you're getting easier?
It's less and less over time.
Yeah.
You know? It's. I mean, I think Dan went over this once.
Yeah, he did. But here's the thing, right? I understand, this is a massive... You have to have an army of coders and people to help put all this content together. You have to have an army to get all this stuff balanced, and to play right. I completely understand that. However, you guys started with a really bad precedent for yourself, apparently, because you could all this content that you were pushing out. So you start to reduce it. And in doing, I think, and this is just my opinion, you've burned a lot of bridges.
I think they did too.
I think
You know
that
what I
they
mean?
also do too much of playing in their own game. They've even admitted to it. Yeah, we play a lot of our own game.
Yeah, they
Maybe
do.
you should get off your butt and go and
Right.
do some work instead of sitting on your butt and just.
I don't think that's what it is, though. I think what it is, and here's
Well-
here's my opinion as to why this is happening. And this isn't something I have heard anyone else bring up to this point. Now,
Right.
a little background on this: I'm a musician.
Yeah.
When I first started doing music online back in 1998, I had no sense as to what sounded good or anything. I just put stuff out there. I would put out 4 songs a month.
Right.
And by the end of 1998, I had like a library of like 25 songs. Let's fast forward to 2015. I haven't released a song in about 5 years.
I haven't seen you put
Do
out
you know why?
shit.
Because you're boo boo.
Because my tolerance for quality, for bad quality, has gone down. I am not going to release something that sounds bad. In fact, I have actually finished a few songs I have not put out because I do not like how they sound.
Well, yeah.
I think that Blizzard is on the same type of downward trend, where their expectation for quality has gone up,
right.
but
And that's
their
a fair
ability
assumption.
to produce hasn't changed.
And it is a fair it's a fair assumption, but the thing, there's that old saying or whatever that, you're always going to be your own worst critic. Okay? But you apply that to a company like Blizzard that constantly says, we're listening to the crowds, we want to hear what you guys think. If you're really going to be your own worst critic, you can't listen to what other people are saying. You're not listening to what other people are saying.
Exactly.
So it's this weird, kind of a paradigm. You got to pick one, man, and stick to it.
And one last thing I wanted to add about the whole thing. Remember they talked about Grommash being the last raid boss.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Farallon being a zone that you could explore. Neither
I
of those are
remember
happening.
Yeah, that happened last year, like right around 5.3 or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's where it kind of started picking up wind. But at this point, I equate that to our dance studio that we were promised. Our character housing.
Oh,
that
I forgot about that.
Well, the dance studio's just fluff, man.
No, I know.
Farallon and having Grommash as a raid boss is anything but.
Right, but obviously they didn't do it. So to me, it was cataloged. This is, hey, we made a promise, we're not going to do it kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of threw that information away. Whatever. I take what's given.
Yeah. I mean, it's just... It just seems so odd that at the end of 5.3?
Yeah.
That they said that they were going to have... That they were going to learn from their mistakes. They weren't going to have such long... long gaps. They're sticking to it, but what they're giving us is worse.
Right. The content has suffered.
Well, here's the thing with them saying that, though, in my opinion, is they said, yeah, we're going to shorten up the time, but have you heard anything about a new expansion? I haven't seen anything.
Oh, that's because BlizzCon's coming up.
Right, and I think they're going to start pushing
in October.
BlizzCon.
So, I mean, and here's the thing. Okay, so that's October. That's, let's see, we're in July, August, September, October.
It's
3
okay,
months
math
from
is
now.
hard.
Well, I'm tired. So that's 3 months from now, and you got another 6 months before you get through the alpha and the beta, at least. So you're looking at about a year from now, if not longer. So I mean, they're following along that same 13-month that they did the last expansion.
Right.
Yeah.
Sully brings up that there's a giant landmass off to the southwest of where we're exploring on Draenor,
Yeah,
which
there
is
is.
supposedly supposed to be the Ogre continent, which
Oh,
I haven't heard anything about it.
No.
I've never even seen that before.
First I've heard about it.
No, I've noticed it, but I never registered it as being anything. I don't know. That's pretty
Yeah,
perceptive.
Yeah, I never noticed that before. Guess good thing I'm in game.
Yeah. So, okay. So, let me just put this out here. So, here's why we're talking about this patch so much. For me, I'm looking at quitting right here at the end of this raid. Spryer and I are in a guild together now. And, it almost seems easy. Like, we've practically breezed through the first 3 bosses. There's a small learning curve for us, at least on the 3rd boss. But it seems like this will be fairly easy to just kind of do our normal progression.
Yeah.
And
My guild's already 4 done.
right. So, and we're only, 2 weeks into this?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
for me, I don't see a future in playing this game anymore. As much as I love it, and I'm going to hate to leave it, I don't hold interest. I'm rolling alts as freaking level 1s just to kind of go back through, and do my thing. I don't even have heirlooms on some of them. Just, again, I want to go back and be a part of what it was. For me, WoW's not doing it anymore. Sorry, guys, you're not cutting it. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm moving on. I'm going back to Star Wars.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Reactivated my Star Wars account.
Well, there you go.
I've got my little sorcerer going.
Well, I'm not there yet.
I'm looking at going as soon as this raid's done.
Right. My deal is I still enjoy playing. I still enjoy the raiding. That is the one thing that has kept me going. Even
Absolutely.
back in Secret's Police when I was getting tired of doing all the other content day in, day out, I came back for the raiding.
But this stuff is almost
still
too
enjoy
easy these days. Like, we struggled like hell with ICC.
Mm-hmm.
fucking Naxxramas was a bitch. These
my
were
guild
fun
one-shot
times.
the first 2 bosses.
I think we did
Remember
too.
back in Dragon Soul,
Yeah.
when we walked in to 25-man Dragon Soul and we took on that first boss, and frickin' Rasman was in DPS gear. He was our main tank.
Oh, that was awesome.
He was in DPS gear. We still one-shot that boss.
Yep.
We knew that boss was too easy.
And DKs are OP, by the way.
Don't hate
The
me.
only time up to this point I felt that a boss did not belong in the tier.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think these first 2 bosses do not belong in this tier. They're undertuned.
How long did it take you guys to figure out Atumen the Horseman?
Jeez.
You know what I mean? I know people to this day that literally rage quit and will not go back into that raid because of that particular boss. Let's go to the chess game. Simple concept. People could not figure that shit out.
The True Facts 6 minutes to release did wipe on chess once when it was progression
content. Yeah.
I think so did we. So
that
I
was
mean,
a ton of fun though.
I'll tell you why. I was playing the king, and I was being aggressive with him. I was being very aggressive. I went straight for black hand, and Medivh cheated and lit a fire right under me, and I couldn't get out of it because I was surrounded.
Yep.
That was the end of.
Yep.
you weren't able to be the king anymore, were you?
No. That's usually how it goes. Damn it, roncli. No.
Yeah. Get out of there. From that point on, I played the queen.
Yep. And that's a bit more fitting. But moving on.
Show. I knew I could count on you for.
Hey, I do what I can.
For knocking that softball out of the park.
I had to. Just lob it in there. So.
All right.
Anyway, yeah, I'm thinking I'm done. Do it. So,
Yeah.
We'll see what BlizzCon has to say, but.
For me, I've got a lot of other things going on. I mean, obviously, Descent Underground's coming up.
Yeah.
With me being a big Descent player, that excites me. I'm going to meet these guys in a week and a half. 2 weeks, actually.
That'll be awesome, by the way.
Yep. And I'll sure to report some info from there. Yeah.
Let's get an interview in here.
I don't know how long they're staying, so I have no information on that. I would love to get one of them on.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
We could do a one-on-one session and then just post it up in addition.
That too.
That'd be pretty cool.
If they're willing to do it.
So, I mean, I've got that. I've got other games that I'm playing. I used to play World of Warcraft pretty exclusively, 7 nights a week.
Yeah.
I've got a lot more I'm doing now. And I feel that I'm kind of in that stage where I'm in between 2 major time-consuming games, and World of Warcraft is coming to an end, but I don't know what's coming up next.
Right, and that's my problem too. I don't see a future right now.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that future that I almost expected to be playing this game forever, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Because Blizzard set the bar high.
Yeah, they really did.
And they're not meeting it as well as they have.
And that's what I'm saying. Maybe they realize that, and that's why they're cutting back. But you get some of us veterans, and it's just not the same.
Yeah. So.
Dean,
That's it. That's all I had.
What about you, man?
Sorry, someone was yelling. I couldn't hear what the hell was going on.
That's fine. What's your take on the current patch? And what's your future here? I mean, you play quite a bit. And you're muted.
Ah, nice job.
But that's okay.
How the hell am I muted? Killing me, Small. You guys are killing me. It must be because I'm in game on the other side. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know. I would love to keep playing, but the way they're going, I'm not feeling it. I don't even know if I want to keep paying for my subscription, especially with the way they've got tokens. I might throw some gold at a token here or there, and maybe come back when they get better. But I kind of see this dude, Cory dude. I kind of see him maybe. Oh, you're done talking for a while. We're gonna set you over here not as a lead anymore. That I kind of see happening too.
It's very possible, and the thing
really
is too
sounds
is
like that these guys aren't talking to each other. Is Ian and Cory sitting in a room talking to each other about this stuff? Because they're coming in with two different stories sometimes.
And
That's
here's
true.
the thing, though, is Blizzard is very well known for baiting the audience, though. They have put out lies just to get a reaction of people. They've
We're
done
not
it
going to give you
several
flying.
times. Yeah, so maybe they're trying to bait us, but that
I
could
don't think
be
that was
maybe
baiting.
the optimist.
I think that they had all the intentions in the world to not allow us to fly anymore, and the fan base created such an uproar that they
did. They went.
I don't know. I mean, I would be perfectly fine with no flying. Just saying. Give me another raid, no flying, we're good.
Now, Pantherian, who sadly isn't here, he was pretty vocal about this too as we were talking, and he's at the same point. He's stated several times his goal was to get to the gold cap, and he was going to call it. I mean, he's not in it anymore. Cole Zaratha has pretty much left. He's got other jobs and stuff that he's doing.
He told me that he came back to play 6.2 to see what the patch was like.
Yeah.
Realized that the shipyard was another garrison.
And
stopped playing again.
Yeah.
That was it. He closed it. He didn't even want to see Tanandra.
Even Veg was saying the same thing. Like he couldn't take it anymore. He didn't like how it was going, and he's done. I haven't
people that have been diehard World of Warcraft players for years.
Right, all of us. So, well, okay. So for me, I mean, honestly, here's what's up. I mentioned, okay, but my thing right now, when I'm not doing WoW, is I am all about Arkham Knight, and I raged about this last week because it was broken. Thankfully, a lot's been patched, and I got to tell you guys, spoiler alert, the Joker is in this game, and he is amazing. He's fucking hilarious. Every single time I see him, I'm rolling. And the beautiful part is they got Mark Hamill back to do his voice. It is the Joker again. And I couldn't be happier. Couldn't be happier. But let's move on from WoW real quick, because I saw an interesting article, and this is also why I brought up what I've been playing. I, again, love Batman. So I saw an interesting article here on Yahoo, and I shared it with you guys. Haven't put it up on Facebook yet, but Jared Leto is playing the Joker in the new Suicide Squad, right? A lot of us know this. Okay, this guy is very much a method actor. Now, I both love and I hate method actors, because people who cannot drop character when they're filming or in between filming, they always stay in character. That to me is pretentious. It's, annoying. Like, just be a normal fucking person. We have a lot of brilliant actors that do this, okay? So, Jared Leto is very much a method actor. So this guy decided he was going to send gifts to all of his on-screen teammates here. So Margot, who is playing my very favorite Harley Quinn.
Come back, show. Come back.
Sorry. All right. So she got a gift from Jared. He sent her a nice love letter with a black box and a live rat in it. In character.
Bro.
He sent a love letter as the Joker with a live rat. Okay? But this gets better. Then he sent another black box with a letter in it to Will Smith in character, encased in that black box, the slits. If you guys don't know...
What was that? Say it again, because your internet cut out.
He sent them a box of bullets. Now, Will Smith is playing Deadshot, right? So it matches, right? This is really kind of cool. It's a little creepy, let's be real, but... And then the coup de grace, right? Everybody, the entire cast, a video of him with a dead hog. In character, he explained how much fun he was going to have tearing up the city.
Now,
very much the Joker.
What's wrong with this guy?
This guy's amazing.
Jared Leto, I mean,
he's a method actor,
he is
but
what he is.
Seriously,
all the crazy shit he does is awesome, in my opinion.
It is. Now, if you guys don't know, this is the same guy who he was in Fight Club. He was the blonde guy who got entirely fucked up
out of him.
Yeah, in Fight Club. He's been in hundreds of movies. Honestly, you guys wouldn't even recognize him a lot of times. But he then goes and he decides he wants to be a rock star. Okay.
No, he actually did music. He's been doing music longer than he's been acting.
He did, but as soon as he put together his band 30 Seconds to Mars, that went huge. Like that exploded. You know what I mean? And then he's just said, I'm going to take a break from my tours, my album, because he just put out a new album, as I remember. And now he's going back to acting. To top it off, though, he goes and he does the Joker. This is one of the hardest characters in so many fans' mind to top. How do you top the previous Joker? And so far, I'm pretty impressed.
I think he's gonna smash it, to be honest.
But seriously, though, a dead hog, who sends their co-star actors all this crazy shit? This guy's amazing. Now, if you guys saw the pictures, by the way, of his crazy, all this tattoos and the green hair, some more pictures have come out with him, and he looks more tame. You know what I mean? A bit like the previous Joker. It's much better. It's, to me, much more acceptable. But again, we're going to have to wait and see once that movie comes out. But I'm pretty hyped. But I couldn't get over that. Seriously, a dead hog, a live rat, to your female co-host. I know a lot of women who are scared of rats. Yeah. I'm just saying, that would kind of freak me out. But
my whole thing is, how did it even get past the bodyguard or whoever the heck is delivering this package?
How did it get up to that ways point? Of getting stuff directly to each other. I'm sure it's agent to agent, and here's all this information. It's got to be.
But you think somebody's got to be asking the damn question, though. Is what I'm saying. It's
you would think. Hey,
what's in the box? Oh, it's stuff.
Yeah, what's in the box?
Stuff. Stuff is a very inaccurate term. Thank you. What's in the damn box?
What's in the box?
Oh man, I see fail all over everyone. In order for it to get to destination, I see fail all over.
Oh yeah, what the fuck is the USPS doing right now?
You're all damn fired. You're all fired. Right. Just go shut up and color in a corner.
Now again, I brought up he sent a video to his other actors. This video to leak. I want to see him in character with a dead hog.
I think it will probably. I bet you
it'll probably show up after the release, or maybe a couple days before.
God,
I bet you it'll show up before, but they might edit it and make it to where it's like a trailer or something.
Like a teaser.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
what I'm betting.
That's what they're gonna do. Yeah.
God,
I think you got that nailed.
It'll be awesome.
All right.
I'm all about Batman right now, you guys. Arkham Knight just has me so riled up for Suicide Squad.
Yep.
I am pretty hyped. And
no, it's all about Batman versus Superman next year.
Yeah, I can't do that, man. I can't do that. They have one of the most fail Superman ever.
I don't know. I like the newest one. Now, if it was the one that was before this one, okay, totally fail.
They tried to make it too dramatic, man. It was always so.
They humanized him, and that's what I love about it.
But he's not human. He's always had in the back of his head that I'm still better than humanity, idea.
Well, and he
didn't have that.
Well, he didn't seem to have that at the first of the movie, but once he got on the Genesis ship, that's when his whole attitude and everything just changed. If you watch a movie, wait until he comes out a total badass.
Yep. Yeah, maybe I'll go back and watch it again. I don't know. I wasn't thrilled when I saw it, but I'm definitely going to pay for it, mainly because I want to see what's his name is Batman, and hope to God that's not enough fail with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Just saying.
Nice.
I'm hoping.
All right.
All right. So. All right.
Real quick.
Yep. Frat boys, grab another drink, you guys. We are getting into LCS.
Yep.
Let's do this.
Dude, Fnatic is 12-0. If they 2-0 next week, they will match. No, they will break the record for the best start and the longest winning streak in LCS history.
And they're nailing me a ton of points in my fantasy league.
They are a bastard. We're not. I wholesale got rid of most of my team. The only one I kept is Kasing.
Yeah.
He's the only one doing anything any good.
And
of course, the moment I put CLG on my team, we'll get into that. There was an upset this past week. Origin got beat by the Unicorns of Love.
Like where did UOL come from all of a sudden?
Well, they're 5-7. Keep in mind they're the runner-ups of last year's EULC, of last split's EULCS.
Right, but they're playing differently this time.
Yeah, they were getting wrecked. So they're only 5-7. They also ended up losing to H2K. So it's not like they found their mojo, and they lost to a 9-3 team and they beat a 9-3 team. So there you go. The tops have remained. H2K's gone up a spot because of Origin's loss, but it's Fnatic at 12-0 and H2K and Origin both 9-3. Across the pond over here in the U.S., we got the NA LCS.
Yes.
Last week there is a pretty big upset to talk about. Team Dragon Knights got their full intended roster for the first time on Sunday.
Yep.
And they celebrated by taking out first place Team Dignitas.
Which is insanity.
Absolute insanity.
What happened?
They almost pulled it out again today against TSM. TSM had to take 54 minutes to defeat Team Dragon Knights in what is easily the best match I've watched in a long time in LCS.
Yeah. And 54 really is quite a long match. I mean,
another upset. I don't know if you'd call this an upset. Gravity and Counter Logic Gaming were tied for second. Yeah. And Gravity won that match out. But they beat them in 27 minutes.
See, that's kind of crazy, though.
CLG has now lost 3 in a row. They're 7-4.
And I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
They're doing their normal end-of-season swoon. They're gonna
they got to be smoking something backstage.
Team Solo Mid is on top at 9-2, but it is so close.
TSM.
Or as my wife goes, favorite team.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through your wife. I don't know what the heck you guys are really talking about. So.
Gravity and Dignitas are 8-3. Counter Logic Gaming, Team Liquid 7-4, and Impulse, even though they're 6, they're only 3 games back at 6-5.
Yeah.
A couple of notes. Wild Turtle did not play today. Keith, you remember Keith McBreath from last split, who did wonders for Liquid. He's on tryout with TSM, so he got a chance to play to get gay against Team Dragon Knights. He didn't do all that great. I think he was like 2-3-1 or something like that. I mean, he didn't throw by any stretch, but the main reason TSM won was Bjergsen's Ezreal.
Well,
it's freaking amazing.
Usually Bjergsen carrying.
Yeah, I mean, even Dyrus was bad that game. Bjergsen was the reason they won that.
Right.
And then Cloud9, we swapped retirements. Meteos has gone into retirement. He is no longer playing for Cloud9. Filling in for Jungler is the former retired Hai.
Right, who was pretty clear he was done.
Yeah.
And really, Jungle though? I mean,
Jungle.
Come on, dude.
Well, the thing is that Hai has jungled professionally before, but it's been a while.
Right. I mean,
but what was noticeable about their game today was Hai's shot calling was clearly head and shoulders above what the rest of the team had been doing this split up to that point.
Interesting.
They still lost their game, but they were also playing Team Liquid as well, which is a damn good team.
That's a hard team to beat, yeah.
But, I mean, the rotations were there. Everything that you remember from Cloud9 over the past 2 years was back. They just couldn't pull out the victory. They're playing a tough team. So.
Yeah, that sucks.
No idea how long Hai is staying. Obviously, he's got his wrist to worry about. That's the reason why he retired in the first place, was due to his wrist injury. Maybe it's better now. Who knows? But they don't think this is their long-term solution. But
no, I wouldn't imagine.
He's going to be playing tomorrow. Wild Turtle may be back tomorrow. So that might have just been a one-game thing against the worst team in the league just to try him out.
But
so we'll see.
He also wasn't making me any points, so he can stay off.
Yeah, exactly. So that's LCS, and that's the news.
Woohoo!
So... we've been going on for a bit here. We kind of had our roundtable already, I guess.
Yeah, I mean that was pretty much wow. That's our. We had to bitch. We had to vent. I mean, and honestly,
thanks for sucking, Blizzard.
Yeah.
God, yes. GG, Blizz. GG.
And here's the thing, we did go on about this, and we want to know what you guys are having to say too. So hit us up on our YouTube comments, man. Hit us up in our Facebook page. Let us know, because we are looking at moving on.
And let's talk about what we've been moving on to now. Show, you've already mentioned a couple.
Yeah.
What have you been playing this past week?
It's a lot of Arkham Knight, and I've been trying to figure out Star Wars again. I don't know why, but when I play Star Wars, it's like I'm 3 years old. That's fine. I'm playing Star Wars, and it's like a 3-year-old trying to figure out how to use a keyboard. I am so used to WoW, and I have it so ingrained in my head that I struggle just trying to figure out, where the map is and how all that works. But it's coming slowly, and I like it. Got my guy up to 24. That's always fun.
Well, if you're a subscriber,
I am. I restarted that.
12%, or I think it's 12 times normal XP. So heck yeah.
Yeah, something
Epic
like
Story
that. It's
boost for subscribers only currently going on.
Yes.
And
subscribers
it's a lot of
since
fun.
launch.
Now, you guys know there's a lot of free-to-play MMOs out there. There's, some pay-for MMOs out there. I went back to Star Wars mainly because of one thing. A very, very trusted company in my mind, BioWare, has said we are making a big return to the story and gameplay elements, just like Skyrim, just like all of our old games. They want to go back to that style of an RPG, and to me that was a huge draw. Even if you guys are free to play and you have these weird gimmicks with the coins and everything, that's cool because that game is phenomenal. It is literally Skyrim in the Star Wars universe. You sit there and watch a cinematic and conversations and interact. It's really cool. And BioWare said, hey, we're doing this even more so in our upcoming content. So
honestly,
I want to go experience that.
I don't know about anyone else, but for Star Wars, kind of something crazy. Anyone else feeling a little pod racing?
That would actually be interesting.
I think it would too.
I would be curious to try it. Of course, it depends on their implementation, but
yeah, that's true.
I don't want to see the pod racing 64 again.
Hey man, I played the crap. What?
No, dude, that was bad. Even for the 64, that was terrible. You're muted again. You got to work on that.
So, anything else you've been playing this week, Show?
Just Arkham Knight, man. I can't get enough.
Have you found Harley Quinn yet?
No.
Come on, you've played for 2 weeks. You haven't found her. What's wrong with you?
I'm not doing the core story. I'm doing everything else in this game.
I figured you'd beeline Harley Quinn.
No, there's so much to do in this, and they throw so many things at you kind of all at once, and then they say, okay, go do what you want.
So you're saving the best for last is what you're doing.
I'm doing a lot of the Joker stuff right now. Or not the Joker, excuse me, the Riddler stuff. They threw a lot of this Riddler puzzles and all this crap at you, and it's a lot of fun. Nice. Playing in the Batmobile, by the way, the Batmobile turns into a tank. How do you not have fun with that? I mean, honestly, I will just drive around and blow the shit out of everything and enjoy it. Shit, the buildings are destructible. I mean, it's too much fun. So yeah, I'm late in the story right now, but I'll catch up.
Very cool.
So,
all right, Mr. Spryer.
Me?
I've been playing.
Wow, I haven't had time, man. I come home, I freaking eat, and then I log on, and then I go to sleep and start all over again all week long. That's all I've been doing.
Wow.
Right. But we do have teardrops, by the way. We do have teardrops, which is Sprier's wife, who's in, and just the two of them have this weird, hilarious chemistry going back and forth because they will sit there and talk shit about each other. Or
kind of like me and Sully.
At least in my chat, I will get a lot of this, and it's hilarious. I love it. So I got something to do every night. It's a lot of fun.
So
I'm here to keep you amused. That's all it is, man.
So as for me, I have been playing WoW because I've been trying to get the Pathfinder achievement stuff going. I'm trying to keep that up because I don't know. I'm guessing that maybe flying is going to be my last ditch way to stay in the game. I don't know.
I'm.
I don't want to stop raiding. I don't want to stop raiding though. I mean, that's
fly.
I still like raiding.
Blood faster.
Yeah. I've actually been getting a good clip of Fellblood drops.
I haven't.
I've heard that for some people the drop rate has been abysmal, but I'm not having a problem.
I've literally gotten one, Ron. I've had one.
Dude, have you done Doom Lord Kazak? Because you can get
I don't get.
You can get 6 to I think 15 or some crazy number.
I don't get shit. Yeah. Nothing.
But also you are also talking to the number 6 Bard Deathless mode for Necrodancer. I did start playing that. I think it was Sunday night I played it, and I got 27 wins in a row and made it to Zone 2. Ironically, that is one zone ahead of Spooty Biscuit, which is who I passed to get the 6th. Yes.
Very nice.
I'm actually ahead of him in something in that game. That's like,
I still can't believe you play Crypt to the neck that much, but hey.
And then, of course, well, you can't believe I'm playing Descent as much as I am either.
Well, that's true. That game should be dead. But
that game should be dead, but it's coming back.
It's
coming back.
Fierce.
So, that's all I have, and I think we're just about ready to wrap this up.
Yeah, I think so too. So yeah, let's push things over as we always do with our closing arguments. As I said in our very beginning podcast, it's closing arguments, damn it. So, not today, it's not. I've been arguing all day. So, Spryer, what do you want to leave the audience with, man?
Blizzard, you let me down on this patch or expansion. Thank you. That is all.
Well said. Well said. Ron?
Well, of course, I'll be here next week. But the following week, I'll be in Denver, Colorado. For the 20th anniversary Descent Land. We'll be meeting up with the Descent Underground people. Hopefully, we'll get something from them.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. So, for me, you guys, nothing beats Jared Leto sending a live rat and a dead hog. Nothing beats it.
Nice.
Touché.
So, all right. That's it for us this week, you guys. We appreciate you guys coming out, as always, every week. I'm hoping next week my internet will be better. We'll get some crazy stuff going out, I promise.
We'll actually have a script next week.
Yeah.
Remember that script I showed you guys for the E3 extravaganza?
Yeah, that
went on and on? We didn't have one this week.
No.
We didn't even open it up.
I literally just said, hey, let's talk about this. So, but yeah, as a special note, though, before we do finally close things up, I am working on a very special project. I don't know when this will come to fruition.
We don't want to see it.
You do. This should be special. Hoping. If it comes to fruition. If it doesn't, I'll let you guys know. This won't be soon. Well, let's put this in Blizzard terms as soon.
So 2024.
Very probable.
Okay.
Very probable. I can neither confirm nor deny these statements. So
the rumors.
Will they be flying?
Exactly. Like I said, I'm doing this Blizzard style. Okay.
Will they be flying?
There might be flying. I can neither confirm nor deny.
Will there be another raid?
Flying. There will not be.
Ooh, hello.
Oh, you guys, this is all you can expect from Six Gaming. No, I'm kidding. We're better than that. So, thank you guys for coming out this week. As always, I am your host, Showsan. With me are two very illustrious co-hosts, Mr. Spryer. Who?
Hi.
There you go. Screenshot of the week.
Yes.
Mr. roncli, of course.
America.
Yeah.
Not the greatest country in the world.
Fuck yeah.
By the way, my dog is so freaked out with the fireworks right now. She's literally cowering.
I think that's why I'm hearing in the background, isn't it? As fireworks.
It's me.
Yeah, it's all of us. It's insanity. But anyway, thank you guys. We will see you next week. Roncli, take it away.
See ya, bye.